Okay, I've cut a few heads out, so I'm just going to paint this first and then cut it out. I will just do a touch up. So I'm just going to use green craft paint, and I'm going to make these gnomes. And I've got a sponge, and I'm just going to paint this whole piece of wood with a sponge. It's quick and easy, and it will look cute when I'm finished. I think I'm going to go over that sides as well, just for in case when I cut it out I go a little bit wider maybe. This is just an old piece of wood. You can use spine or anything that you've got in hand. You can even do the back if you like. I'm just going to use this woody stabilo. It's water, it dissolves in water. I just want to quickly just draw in again where my lines are. My beard is going to be somewhere there. And I've just got a white craft paint. And I'm just going to paint in a little bit of a beard there. And then I've got this peachy color. I'm just going to put a little bit in my white for the nose. I'm going to make a little bit more than a shadow there and a highlight there. So I'm just going to cover the whole thing. I don't mind if there's a little piece of wood sticking out. I like the texture of the wood, so I don't mind that. Of my black with my white, just to make a little bit of a shadow. Not too much. I decided to show you this one as well because red is my favorite color. I'm just going to quickly paint it red. So I'm just taking my sponge. I wetted it first. You can really do this with a brush. You can. I just don't want to cover all the wood, especially here where you can see it's the ants got it there, and I like that. I like the roughness. So I'm just going to take my brush and make a nice circle. And remember, you can make the nose as big as you like. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of white. I'm going to highlight this side and that side a little bit. Just want to let it get a little bit drier, then I will highlight that side again. And then I'm going to take my red with this color, but I think this is still wet. No, it's dry. I'll take a little bit of my red with my, no, I forgot the name, Ginger Rose. And I just want to create a slight highlight here. I'm just going to work it away up to the edge of the hat, and then we'll maybe make it a little bit darker on top, and on the sides maybe a little bit, and I think that's enough. So I'm just going to dry this quickly, and then I will do the nose again. Okay, this one is actually dry, but I want to bring something in there that's bothering me a little bit, so I'm just going to take a touch of my green with my white. And I just want to see how it's going to look if I maybe just put a little bit of my green on here, and maybe even in the beard. If I don't like it, I will just go and take it away again, paint over it as soon as it's dried. Just putting a little bit of white again, just to lighten it, and maybe into this beard of him a little bit of white as well, just to cover up some of the greens. And I think I like it more. Now you can see it's a little bit dry. I don't like this too much, so I'm going to have a look what I'm going to do now. So I'm thinking of maybe combining my green and red to make it a deeper shade. We just get in a little bit more. So if you want to make your red darker, you can just go to a little bit of green. And I want to put a little bit of this dark color in here as well, just to create a little bit of shadow. And I think I'm going to do that whole area there where my beard is going to be. Put a little bit more green into that. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit in there and in there. It went to pink for me. I don't like the pink. Just covering up some of the pink. I don't like the pink too much. I can rather put a little bit of my green in there if I would like that. On the sides, just to create a little bit of depth. And now I'm just going to go to the white beard, so I'll take out a little bit of my white. I'm going to start. Okay, I just want to quickly let that dry first. I don't want to work on top of that wet color there. And there's my little nose. Maybe give this one a little bit of shadow there as well. So I'm just creating a little bit of shadow around this. I just want to pop in a touch of color there for the nose. That red one I overdone, so I will have a look what I'm going to do there now. And now I'm quickly going to dry this, and then I'll come back and have a look, because I want to start with a beard. I'm just taking my widow stabilo and I'm just going around everything in the wet paint. Remember, this smears into your paint if it's still wet, and if it's not wet it will go away a little bit. Okay, I want to start with that beard now, so I'm just going to still take my brush with a little bit of green in, wipe it off, and start taking my and I'm going to do this just like that. I'm just going to create an underlayer first, and just go to the center of the nose the whole time, you know, go like that, and then there, and then there. Just try and take your brush to the center of the nose. And I'm going to take a little bit more of my white. You can even let it dry a little bit now first. And I'm just going to put some white on from this side. I'm trying not to mix my paint now too much, otherwise you must wait for this to dry. I'm just putting short strokes in here and there. Can maybe make this a little bit longer actually. This is still bothering me, so I just want to create a little bit of a shadow underneath this area here. I'm just gonna slightly make it darker here. Let me just show you here around here. And then I'm gonna just brush it out with my brush to create a shadow part there, and then I'll just take some of it to the inside, and that's all I'm going to do. Okay, I think I'm happy now. I'm just going to take, this is small wooden flowers, and I'm just going to glue them there and there, and I'm not going to make them a color or anything. I just want to show you, this is just acrylic paint, normal acrylic paint. You can use your fluids. I just put a little bit of glaze medium with this. I just want to show you, if you want to maybe do this, that you also can do it. You just shake it. I've used it a little while ago, so I see it separated a little bit. Just remember, if you put a little bit of glaze or something in this, you will need to shake it before use. Otherwise you can just use your normal fluid acrylics. That works actually better, but I didn't have black here. And yeah, just test it first, and then you can see, you can just put a little bit of black around this area here, and maybe around the nose, and the same on this side, and the same on the white one. If you don't want to do this step, you can just leave it as is. You don't need to do it. I was just in the mood for putting a little bit on. And remember, it's not easy around a piece of rough wood. And now I'm just going to leave this to dry, and I'm going to stick them up against my wall. I think I will maybe put a piece of wood underneath that they can stand, because they are different lengths, and I'm just going to let them stand on this piece of wood at the back of my Christmas tree or something. I will just see. And I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, I will definitely see you next time. Happy crafting and take care.